Hello and welcome to Talking About Cross Stitching with the Stitching Owl. It is already Flossmas 15. It is so hard to believe it's December 15th already, but it has been a very fun month, and today is a special day for me because I'm going to have all of my children at home at the same time. This doesn't happen often with somebody living multiple hours away, so it has been a good weekend, and I have to say I took my middle child and his partner into Stitch It Central yesterday, and we had more purchases of crafting ideas. So it was a fun day yesterday. Today I have everybody all at once. So I'm not sure much will get stitched at all, but for today I actually do have what I consider to be a good amount accomplished. Now, let's see where we will start. If we start with Tiny Modernist today, we start to go, okay, where are they going to go next? We have Mr. and Mrs. Claus, a sleigh, a truck, a mug of hot chocolate, baubles, gingerbread house, peace dove, Christmas tree. Of course, we need a Christmas angel. And she is right here. And again, I did that bit with the eyes where I add a plus on top of the X so that it is a more solid black there. So this is an 18 count jade that was dyed specifically for this project, and this particular pattern will be exclusive to Stitch It Central for a while longer. Tiny Modernist, I'm enjoying every stitch. Now, with regards to our Modern Folk Embroidery Evertote Roxy Floss Co. Countdown Nordic Way, this is our picture today. And down here, we just have the cryptic, you're invited to Jacob's Flosstube to talk about the Nordic goat. Or maybe it's the Yule goat. It's the Yule goat. Yes. So this particular picture is by John Bauer from the collection of Jan Kopping's Ian's Museum. And I probably said that completely wrong, but I think, isn't this the details in this goat amazing? Now, the color that we had today is called Pinot Noir, and as we all know, that is a deep red wine in the alcohol beverage, and this, I will tell you, it does look red tinted in real life when it's just in the skein, but what you're getting is rather almost a brown black out of this with just a red undertone, and that is what it comes through as in the stitch. We had almost 300 stitches this time, but they were all down here. Now we did have to be careful because the distance here was 2 between these two elements, and then this one was 3 and then 2. So guess what? We had to count and cross stitch. Yes, indeed. But there we are so far, and on our pattern, it looks like it can go 8 to 10 more X's beneath this. I'm not sure. It almost looks like this could be the edge of a tablecloth and that this is a painted vase of some sort. I'm not sure. But the colors are coming through very, very nicely. Now, with regards to Erica's a Christmas gathering pattern, that is her freebie through a Stitcher's 12 Days of Christmas. And yesterday there was another post which was absolutely wonderful. I did get some more done I've finished this side of the border and did this bottom, and then I came over to this side. Previously I only had like half of a bird, so I finished this bird and went down. This is the beginning of a border that looks like this. So I still have Christmas to put in and a border, but you can see that probably, I'm going to guess about 3 days left of work on this particular project. Now on this one, I am stitching with the JP Coats Deep Red on a 40 count Verdal with 1 strand over 2 threads. I have to admit, Verdal is a favorite, and stitching with 1 thread is a favorite. When it came to a cozy Christmas cabin, I almost got it done. I tried so hard, but then I decided I had a quiet moment at the house. I needed to video rather than just finish this off. So I suspect I'll be able to finish that last little bit that's about 120 stitches for tomorrow. This has turned out to be just like a postcard. So in here I'm on 22 count Aida cloth, which is a white, and then this is the 115 DMC variegated red that I love so much and was introduced to by Deborah at Stitch North, who also loves doing this one. So I will say this is a lovely little miniature from Jacob that I would encourage people to give a try. I have stitched most days, but not all days, since I started it on the 1st of December and expect to have it done tomorrow. So that's a little less than 2 weeks of stitching, and that's without it being monogamous. Now the last thing that I have, I just realized that I forgot to look up who the designer was, so I'm going to have to put some magic words above my head. I fully finished one of my Year of the Dragons, and here it is. Now can I, oh, there we go. So here I did a rounded top. I have beaded the edge. The back is this, and this will simply sit using one of those place card holder stands that you get like 20 of them for a very little amount of money from Amazon. And literally you can just pop this out and store this flat, and then when you want to have it on show, put this back in. So on the bottom I didn't bead, but I did whip stitch it shut, except for about 2 inches, actually the width of the dragon's nose. And I matched my beads to the color of his eyes for a sense of drama. And I believe this is on a 36 count linen. It was Roxy Flossco, but I can't remember the color, something possibly a slate colored, and I was using 1 strand. Most of this is of course done in 310 DMC, and then the eyes were in 606. So I am happy to have a Year of the Dragon stitch done in a Year of the Dragon. And of course there was a stitch along that was hosted by Samantha the Huga Stitcher, and again Erica of Fibers and Floss Canada. There was so many people around the world that joined in with a dragon stitch. And now it's time for me to open something that is part of my Stitch North Friends 12 Days of Christmas. And this is the one that I pulled out of a plaid bag. And so I'm just going to open this. So again, I'm just going to remind you, I don't peek at these ahead of time. I just try to make sure there won't be so many crinkles that you're going to be driven crazy. So I have some Curel, and I believe this is an Ultra Healing Hand Cream, which actually is excellent, by the time I get into January, I end up with cracks at the corner of my thumbs, and unfortunately, it becomes a snag for my floss. Now that is not the only thing in here. Oh my, this held quite a bit in here, and I think I'm going to drop the box, but I'm going to keep that box. We got some Snuggadoo. Yeah, just gonna hold that up. Snuggadoo socks. They're so soft. This is so up my alley because I have such cold feet. I'm sorry that I don't know which one of you gave this to me, but please know, wow, thank you. And then there was one more little thing in here. It looks like a teeny tiny purse. And when I open it up, yes, there is some Burt's Bees lip balm. Now, with us being in and out of care facilities right at the moment, it is so dry in that atmosphere. This is definitely going to be used. Thank you so, so much. With my moment for thanks, today I am truly thankful for a sense of humor. My father had a delightful sense of humor, which was very much needed in a household of people who were all becoming musicians and took life very seriously. We studied hard for school, we practiced hard, and so his ability to be humorous at the supper table was extremely important. And then after my marriage, I've had the opportunity to learn how to laugh at myself. My husband has done me the greatest favor in teaching me this lesson. So I truly am grateful for a sense of humor, because after all, laughter is the best medicine. For my moment for music, I have to say, congratulations. Almost all of you got yesterday's piece. It was in French, and I was thinking, oh, maybe one or two people from Quebec would get it. But it turns out that many of you who were brought up within the church really sang it, and might have even sung it in their original language, because everyone identified it in French as Il est né le divin enfant, which is he is born the divine Christ child. So I was super pleased with that. Yes, I had a couple of you a little bit curious, thinking it was very pretty, but you were unsure. When I learned it when I was working in a Catholic school with choirs that would go out and sing at services and provide entertainment in different facilities. It was a music school, of course. The children actually got 2 music classes a day, one in singing and one in string playing. So yes, that did mean that they had to double up on their academic subjects and do more independent work than in school work. And the school was for grades 5, 6, 7, and 8. So it was a pleasure to actually work with so many beautiful choral pieces, and Il est né was one of them that we taught the grade 5s. I think it's amazing. We were teaching them something in French the first year they were in the school. Now, my moment for music today, and I just picked it out, and it is gone from my head. Oh my word, I've got talking about Il est né, but I do think, I know I thought, okay, this one should be quite understandable, and it is not mixed with a myriad of other pieces. Gosh, I wish I could remember what it is. I'll have to listen to my own playing and name that tune. So here it is for us all to listen to. And I just want to say thank you once again for listening and watching. I truly appreciate the comments. So many of you are leaving me. The sense of community and camaraderie is truly appreciated in these months. You just are, you're emitting the Christmas spirit, sharing and love and caring. So I thank you, everyone. And bye-bye until tomorrow.